Okay. So, the bad news is... the bad news is I did not anticipate that this doesn't actually store your progress in a cookie or a file anywhere, so we have lost all of our progress. Fortunately, however, you can get back to where we were in like 2 minutes, as long as I remember everything, which I do not. So, without further distonk, let's play the Gostak. It would help. There we go. Alright. Things that we were going to do. We are going to rask the raskable Gloud. Rasked. We're going to... It's Serp! Serp will not falter. Thank you for that sub. Again. It says 5 months in a row, but I feel like it's been longer. I feel like that was a year. Let's call it a year. We're gonna zank the Poltiv Cloud. We're 4 turns in, or 3 turns in, we're already down to 3 Clouds. We're doing fantastic. We're already caught up, almost completely caught up to where we were. Time is relative. We have a time knife. Poof. It's like how I never miss a stream. It's true. I just have streams. How many times can you stream inside the stop time? That's all that happened. I did an entire stream while time was stopped. Alright, so I have a... There's the Warb. I might as well rask the Warb. Rasked. Let's go. Pel? Samilan? Pel? Samilan? Okay. I got a Darf under here, in case I want to ton some Darfs. You gob the Samilan. A Droke rebs you. A Gostak he doatches. Here to distim the dashes? You can't. A Gamda tunded in the Gelper and the Delicat. And the Gelper's been popping Glouds at the Dashery. As for us Drokes, well, ever since the Gamdar Morleon has been tophed. But Goman Doach, maybe you'll reb something heemy. Oh, you know what? We're not caught up to where we are because you can't actually Doach at this guy about things that you haven't rebbed. So we should really just walk around. K? Nope. L. And then L again. And then J. There's the Pilter. Mavris played with Murgascoves, tucking in the half lot. Yes. I don't think I can't rask the Gropples. It just says there's a lot of them. There's Shorackle. I don't know what that means. At least not yet. And maybe we never will. And that brings us back to the depth. Okay, so we've been everywhere now. T-Cloud, so that we can see that there's 3 of them. But, well, 4 if you count the one in my inventory. Okay, so now to start trying to figure things out. There was a... Abvate? What do you want to abvate? How about the Warb? The Warb distunks it. Huh, okay. Maybe I should abvate the, Samilan. Well, abvate the Droke. Oh, you have to... Okay, so you have to pick something up in order to abvate it. So I tried picking them up and it said no. So what do I have that I can... Abvate the Shamtag? Oh, at the droke. Oh, this is like throw. Oh, oh, I actually have it written down. Throw or give, I guess. He gave it back to me. Says, don't dirch that thing in the salmon line. We got some Chrono Trigger. Oh, that's one of the very last things that we had learned was distim and topth seem to be opposites. I don't know how I found that out, but it seems important because the Gostak distims the dashes, and if I'm... Let's... Tell Delcott, and then... If I just say distim dash, oh, there are no dashes here. Distim Delcott? No, says that's not something you need to type. How very vague. Backseating rules are turned off, by the way. If you have any ideas. Maybe I should let's distim a bunch of stuff. Distim the ground. Brangy. Can't see anything. What? Okay, nothing healing about the dragon. Huh. Distim the Darf Thunder? Sure. Well, I would have to pick it up in order to... Maybe? Can you distim? I haven't tried. I don't know what you can distim and what you can't. So let's try that. Let's try Pel Samalan, and then we will distim the Darf Thunder. You can only do that to something pultive, which means alive. But when I tried to distim the Droke, no. Distimmed. Okay. Is stim a verb? No. Or tim? Gostak's distim, not topf. Okay. So what if I try to topf? It's not gonna work. It's not gonna let me do that to anything. Tim somehow is a synonym for topf. Topf. Ooh. And Voral, I think, is steel. I think, which means a Galloper would be a thief. Let's talk to this guy again. Doach at Droke about Galloper. She was the gopest Galloper I've ever rebbed, and Das, too. She just gommed the Delcott, popped those glouds at the Dashery, and pelled Foskin. So what does that mean? Gopest? I don't know what that is. Galloper? Thought it was a thief, but maybe not. Can you diss Topth? Serp the linguist. Not a dape I recognize. Not gonna work. Alright, let's look at all three of the Glouds again. Delcott. Alright. Okay, you can't reb the Raskage since the Gloud with Rogler is Lelloed. I also am carrying a Shamtag, which is Lelloed. I can Reich the Shamtag Bombly. That was where I got the Abveda power from. I have no idea what that could be. I also don't know what Scope could be. But this is now Reicht Bombly. Can I Reich the Gloud with Rogler? Gloud with Rogler. Bomley? Not something you can write Bomley. How about Gemley? No. Not gonna happen. It's Dugrid is Lellowed? I'm not sure if I thought it was sheathed at first, because I thought a Shamtag was a weapon. We don't know, like, right? The Darftunder creates Darfs. And Darf is a type of food. And there seem to be 3 knobs on it, which you can Reich, Gemly, and Bomley. And depending on the combination of which ones are Gemly and which ones are Bomley determines what type of Darf it creates. So, the Shamtag that I have, right now it's Reich Gemly, which means I can't I think it's a horn? Because if I try to Dirch it now, if I go Dirch Shamtag, since it's Reicht Bomley, it doesn't Floam. If I reverse this, if I Reich Shamtag Gemly... Oh, you can't Reich it Gemly while it's scobed. Can I unscobe Shamtag? No. Scobe Shamtag, it's gonna say it's already scobed. Damn. Wouldn't Reb the Raskage mean to see what's being carried? Reb Raskage? No, I don't know what Raskage is. I forget what, somewhere in the instructions it says M is short for something that will just show your inventory. Or maybe even just you. That might be like examine self. Alright, so until we know what's going on with things that are Lellowed, we can't interact with the Gloud with Rogler. The Gopist, there's that word again, Gopist. The Gopist of Glouds. It deeves Deeve is, we don't know what Deeve is. When the animal had the hard fruit. Right, and they're repeating the word das again, which is what what the Droke said about the Galloper. The Gopus of Glouds, it Deeves Gur, the Loflot, 6 Naifs of Genth, all Das and Tavid. We think that with the tooth of the animal that's walking around that we could break through Genth. Alright, let's look at the other one. Gloud, Cobbit Gloud. Gloud with the Falls of the Cobbicks is a skirm thing. Skirm means bad. This one is Durley Krend. Krend, like, the Lut is Krend with Glouds, and we would like the Drokes to unkren them, but we can't. This one is Durley Krend with a Calbus of Poscot. That's just a bunch of nonsense, if you ask me. Alright, let's go to the Samalan and let's fiddle with the Darftunder. Three Coids, yes. Genth is the exact opposite of what it is now. So, Reich, Grimny, Coid, Gimli, Reich, Clarby, Coid, Bomley, Reich, Statched, Coid, Gimli. Now Dirch, Darf, Tender. Darf Thunder. Okay. T-Darf. T-Darf of Genth. Genth? Why are there Genth Darfs? Who lails Genth? I don't remember that being, yeah, Genth is something really tough. I don't remember this message when we picked it up before. Why are there Genth Darfs? Who lails Genth? Lail is eat. So this is not something that we want to eat. Always revving pilters on the gameway. They're almost as maverous as panks. We don't know what panks are. Some other kind of animal? But you can't tund grapples without pilters. You can't tund. You can't okay. That shouldn't be cook. Unless the twist is that these don't actually map to real English words. Because Goach means, like, discuss, but you can only say Doach at, which we don't do that in English. You don't talk at someone, you talk with them. You converse with them. Boltap the Calbus. That's something you can do with a sharp tooth? Boltap the Calbus? Because we just saw Delcott T. Cobic Cloud. A Calbus. A Cloud with foals of the Cobics is a skirm thing. This one is Durly Krend with a Calbus of Poscott. What happens if I try to eat the Cobic Cloud? Okay, you can't eat something without picking it up, and I can't pick it up. Dirch the Cobic Cloud, or it's gonna it dirches you back. I don't know about that. I tried scobing these things. Scobe the Cobic Cloud. Not something you can scobe. How about if I deeve it? How about if I deeve in general? Oh, is that rest? Oh, there's the part of the phrase is where the dash is deeve. I distim the dashes, and the dash is deeve. Have I tried crenning anything? I cren the Rascable Cloud? Pob. Drop. Drop it at a lut. We don't know what a lut is yet. Oh, those are the roads? Or are these things, these are things that are around the Dashery. I mean, the Delcot. Can I pelk? Let's go in a different way. That leads there. Can't pallet that lot. Alright, whatever. 8-sided building? I thought it was outside. I think it's outside because I think the thing that the birds are in is a tree. Oh, and this too, there's across from a Tuft Kerpel. A Gomway Deeves to the Kill-Off and Kerf. Can I... If the opposite of... Okay, can I distim the Kerpel? You can only do that to something Poltive. It's not gonna let me off the Kerpel. No. And I can... If I go to the Tuft Kerpel, that's death. Sure you want to pellet the Tuft Kerpel? No. Okay, you don't pellet. Maybe it's just dark there? Let's save. And then let's go do this again. Pel Kerpel. Shoot, I forget how to say yes. Bass? Bow. You're toffage. You're tough, and you can't reb. Can I dirch my... I've tried this before. Dirch Shamtag? Oh, I can't. I already ruined it. Let me start dropping things. Maybe that'll help. They say drop. Pob Shamtag. Pobbed. Okay, Pob the Warb. It gums the Brangy. Good for it. I can't see. Pob Cloud. Alright. I'm risking nothing. I'm ready to die here. What if the Dashery is an 8-sided building and you're trying to get inside to distim the Dashers who are resting there? But then I wouldn't need to get rid of all 5 Glauds. Right? Because the Glauds are in some way interfering with me distimming the Dashers. Tofton you can't reb. Peljerf. Nope. I've been glaked. I've been zanked. Alright. Restore. So it's a dangerous place. I don't know. I want to figure out what to do with my Shamtag. Scobed. Scobed. Kren Shamtag. That's no Gloud. Fair enough. It's a Snaven Charmy Flamtag that floams when you dirch it. Can I floam? You floam Stinley. Alright, I did it. Its Dugrid is Scobed. And it Rasks, which is... Rask is take or hold. Can I take the Pogriffon? It's a... Oh, that's me looking at it. Can I take it, though? Rasked. It's a Doblupographon of Sindish and Koldagon. Tundead as a Juffet for your sham tag. Okay, so I now have... Oh! Ooh! Okay, I now have a Pographon, and my sham tag is Scobed but Thale. Can I rake it? Rake it back to Gimli? Can't rake it. It's still Scobed. I can't dirch it. Rake Bombly, it doesn't floam. What if Clouds are chains? Well, I did eat one. I'm kidding, I didn't eat one. I did kill one, though. One of them was pick-upable, so I picked it up, and I currently have it. One of them was alive. Doblupographon. Can I dirch the Pographon? You dirch it. Nothing happens. Alright. Let's, Pell to the Samalan. Let's Doach at the Droke. About the Pographon. That's Stin for a Gostak Shamtag, isn't it? They must be Stam of you at the Buell. Jealous? Is he saying it's good? The Buell is where Gostaks are from. Clouds are... Yes, yeah, that's why I'm trying not to... There very well could be nouns and verbs and adjectives which don't actually map to anything. They are just a new word that exists as a thing that can be done or can be interacted with, but it doesn't actually mean anything. Which is fun because now that's part of the game is that realization that maybe there is no such thing as deeving or dashes. Luts being walls. Dashri has 8 Luts. Yeah. Yeah, it could be a building. Could be a building with 8 walls. And this guy is standing by the half lot. I wonder what the point and click adventure equivalent of this game would be. If you couldn't make sense of where you were and couldn't make sense of any of the things that you were interacting with. But it would be so much easier to trial and error things there. No typing of nonsense involved. Alright. Let's mulk the Pographon. You mulk it Steinley. Good job. You can't use it, I guess. Skeleton armed with glue and you can rouse call the clouds easily? That would be cheating. Although, how funny would it be? Can I Kren the Rascable Gloud in here? No. Hobbit at a lot. Hob Rascable Gloud at half lot. It Krens itself into the half lot. Really? Oh, a rascal cloud is krenned in the half lot. So it is. So... Oh, we can order people to do things, right? I can say Droke, unkren rascal cloud. There is no debosh. He didn't like that. Oh, unkren isn't a word. Yes, it is. Let the Drokes unkren them. Alright, whatever. Well, what if I tell him to kren it? I'll just yeah. No. So Kren, I guess it would be like hang? Is it hanging somewhere? I threw a Gloud, or I dropped. Pob could be drop or throw. It is in some sense attach, right? That seems reasonable. Okay, and I can pick it up. I can pick it back up too. Pel Delcott. Let me get another worm. Come on, worm. Where are you? Is there only one worm? No, there's got to be more worms. Whatever. I don't care about the worm that much. Yeah, that's the thing I keep getting stuck on, is going, there isn't really a need to figure it out. Just like all the adjective, almost no adjective in the whole game matters. They'd be, oh, that's not deemy. And I'm like, well, whatever. Scobe, though. I'm really worried about my sham tag. Snave and Charmy Snave tag. It floams when you dirch it. Its Dugrid is scobed and fail. It's got to be part. Okay, part of the sham tag, and I can't go like Doug. No. Can you crem the sham tag somewhere? No, if you try to kren something, it's not a Gloud. It says that's no Gloud. So krenning seems to be. I mean, wait, doesn't it? Kren sham tag? Yeah, seems to be something that you can only do to Glouds. Maybe if I pob the Rascable Gloud at the Kerple. It krens itself into the Jerf Lut. Alright, I guess that's... Oh, because it's the opposite of Kerf, so... I don't know how, but... Oh, the other ones are krenned in the Waff Lot. And that the Kerple must be in the direction of the of Jerf. Go Loft Lot. not something you can scope. Scope Gitch. Not something you can scope. Oops. H. Scope. Filter. No. Oh, that's why I couldn't get a warb. I already have one. And which way is the... Oh, not at a Gloud. Yeah, I can't go loft because there's a Gloud in the way. Alright, so I have to remember that. KH, Khoff, will get me to the Samolan. Alright, don't let you joke about warb. That's for the Gitches. Ever tunked the Doral? What's the Doral? Gitches don't div there. No warbs, that's why. What's the Doral? It's matched with Pusk. Whoa! He's talking about Cobbix. It's fun. Sometimes I'll tune in. There's a bunch of games that I follow on Twitch, and I'll click into one, and there'll be somebody playing a game that I like who speaks some other language that I don't know at all, and I'll just go in and listen to them anyway. Usually I don't get a whole lot out of it. There's limits to how... Man, okay. So we talked about the Doral, which must be a place that birds don't fly because there are no worms. It's matched with Pascot, which we've heard before. That's why the Cobbix div there. So Cobbix can fly. That's why the Cobbix div there. For the Pascot, they tunned henfifes with it. So is the Cobbix Gloud a Cobbix, or is it a Gloud that belongs to Cobbix? Doach at joke about Pascot. It's not as Tavid. It's not as Tavid as Jenth or as Dobbly as Sindish, but the Cobbix are stam of it. The Doral is matched with it. Alright, that didn't actually help. How about henfifes? Ever tunked a gasking henfife? Those henfifes sure can gask things. Can I gask things? Can I gask you, Droke? Can't gask something poltive. So it's something you can only do to things that are not alive? Let's gask the Darftunder. It's not alive. You gask it until it's blind, but it disgasks. Not helpful. Gask the oh no, warbs are alive. Gask the Shamtag. You can't stop me. No. Tund is just make. It's possible. Yeah, I don't want any of these to get too specific. Like, it made food. I want to know where this Doral is. Oh, also, was there... There was no option to make a a Darf that is any of the things that we just talked about. Oh no, I can make a Skebbic one. Did somebody say Skebbic recently? No. Poscat was something the birds picked up to build nests with. No, because it's there's Poscat in the Doral, and the birds don't go there. But yeah, Tund could be make. Tund henfifes doesn't necessarily mean that they cook henfifes. But it could, no, actually it could be, because he's talking about it in terms of things that it could be made of. It's not as hard as Genth or as something, but they are, I don't know if they like it. Henfife sure can gask things. So it's something I can do to things that aren't alive, and it will make them blide, but then they will disgask. You thought Cobics were birds too? Nah. Nah, I don't think so. So how did we get that? That was just from talking about the worm. So let's talk about something else. Let's talk about the tree. What was the tree called? A Gobic? No. There we go. Hold on. Where Gitches Frike, that's birds fly, and Duskcats Glake, we don't know what Duskcats are. We haven't seen one, and we don't know what Glaking is. Glake? What do I want, Glake? The Shamtag. Oh, it's the same thing as, it means attack. What would attack here? Duskcats Glake. What are they killing? Let's go back up to him. About Duskcat. Can't do at you at What about the Kerple? Pell at it and you'll pell at the Morleon. What's Morleon? Because of you, I can pell there again, and maybe even zank whatever's been glaking the Drokes. Don't zank it yourself, that's a fesh of Drokes. Okay. That's the job. That's the job of Drokes, because when I tried to steal something, it was like, no, that's the fesh of Gallopers. Because of you, I can pell there again, and maybe even... Can I order him to go there? Droke, pell at Morleon. Nope. Deeve was rest? Wait, who said something about deeving? I'm confused. I continue to be confused. Also, that was like 2 minutes ago. I need to get better, but I need to maybe slide this a little close. No, there's no way. You need to find a way to look at this, but also keep an eye on chat. Pell at it, and you'll pell at the Morleon. Morleon is a place. Because of you, I can pell there again, and maybe even zank whatever's been glaking the drugs. Glaking the Drokes. Okay, attacking the guards. There is a place with no worms where birds do not deave. Oh, where birds do not deave. Was that what he said? Gitches don't deave there. Okay, true. Because when I say deave, just as you... Cameling seems to be a turn, right? Because at the top it's counting the number of camelings. So maybe it's not rest. It's like you go... nowhere? Can I pell Steve? I can't, right? No, okay, same thing. I also don't really know what Gom is. You can't pellet that lot. If I go over... Whoops. No, if I go over here and then say Gom... Okay, that automatically means take the Gom way, walk along the Gom way. Okay, I don't know. It seems to just move me in a direction. Actually, no, it's not even moving me in a direction. It's just keeping me in the same place. That's right. This confused me before, that I kept seeing the same description, but it was switched around because it's the description, the way that it describes it is randomized. Can you order him to... He doesn't seem to listen to any of my commands. I can try it, though. Droke. A road can deave and you can deave? I don't know. I mean, it does say deave there. It's funny too, like if I expect a word to be somewhere. This is a funny little like phenomenon. Deaving sounds like weaving. So when okay, you're on a Gomway deaving loft, and so or deaving hof and jerf, and so I just kind of automatically understood that it meant weaving, but it's obviously not. It's a different word. It's a verb that we're still trying to find out the meaning of. All right, so if I tell him Pel Delcott. Yeah, if I try ordering him around, he says I'll just deave here. In case one of the other Drokes regoms, which is comes back, I guess. Gom is like go. Gomway is a road, so to Gom is. Can I like Gom? It seems to be another way of saying go. Maybe it's run. Maybe Gom is run. Droke, deave. Sure. Droke, deave. Lut. No. No. I should also shrink all of this so that I can, like, I'm hesitating to write more things down, which is silly because I need to. It's not going to work otherwise. Oops. This is diving me crazy. There is a like a cheat too. If you go to Brolges, Tonking Brolges can glake the stam of the health. Like, wait, glake? Glake? Oh, attack, kill, can kill the enjoyment of the game. Much of the enjoyment is in abvating. Oh, things on your own, and the Brolges will abvate things for you. Are you sure you want to tunk the Brolges? These, I don't know if these are like hints or an auto-translate feature or whatever, but I'm not going to do it. Oh, whoops, no. Oh, he's here. Doachet Droke about the Warb again. Doral. Deven the Doral and Tund the Panks. Sindish? The what's of the Morleon, or those walls, are of Sindish. Can't tell me anything about that. Talk to him about Pascut. We've already done that. Boltap. Boltap is a word. Is a verb. It's something you can do to Kelbus on a lawn. What's a lawn? You won't rev any lawns in the Delcot of Tondam. The Comics rask them all. Yes, agreed. So can I bolt-tap the Droke? You can't bolt-tap him! I was just asking. Darf Tunder. You can't bolt-tap that. I'll bolt-tap a Shamtag. So you can only bolt... What do people bolt-tap? They bolt-tap the Kelbus off a lawn.